Holiday season is here. Some of you might be planning a vacation to a warm Caribbean island. And my personal favorite Caribbean island is Curacao. Today in this video, I want to share 6 things you must know before traveling to Curacao. But before we get started, if you're new here, hi, I'm Juhee. I'm a New Yorker hailing from South Korea. I share my experience of traveling and living in New York City on this channel. Now, let's get started. First, let's get the COVID stuff out of the way. As of today, US is considered a high-risk country. Fortunately, Curacao is still accepting US travelers under these conditions. First, you have to have a negative test result before your flight. You are required to have a negative test result 48 hours before your flight if you are taking a PCR test, and 24 hours if you are taking an antigen test. So I took the antigen test a day before the flight. My result came in within 15 minutes. I received a proof of the document on paper and digitally. Once you have the negative result on your hand, you can go online and fill out the online passenger locator card, aka PLC, and upload your test result. On the day of flight, you should show up with both documents, the PLC and the negative COVID test result. The PLC needs to be completed before your flight. You will be required to book the 3rd-day test on this form. I did my test in a Marriott hotel and they had an on-site test in their parking lot.
Hello, we're here for the 3rd-day testing.
I received the results within 2 hours on my email. And you might ask if you can be exempt from the COVID test if you are fully vaccinated in the US. The answer is no. I think there is some exemption if you are fully vaccinated in the Netherlands or certain EU countries. For the final COVID test to re-enter the US, we found a local clinic, made a reservation, and got the test result from them within 2 hours, the day before our flight. As far as COVID safety protocols in Curacao, you are required to wear a mask indoors. You need to wear a mask here. If you forgot your mask, you can buy masks at a cashier. Now, let's move on to the fun part, the actual traveling. The first question is, where should you stay in Curacao? Resorts? Boutique hotels in downtown? Airbnb? I think there are 2 major things to consider when deciding where to stay in Curacao. First question is, do you want to have a free access to a beach and all the beach amenities such as umbrellas and chairs and shower? So Curacao has many great beaches and you need to pay for most beaches to enter and to use chairs, restrooms and showers. They are not expensive. On average, you'll spend about $10 per person. As far as bringing your own beverage and food to the beach, some beaches in the downtown area have stricter rules than the beaches in the northern part of the island. That being said, it is very convenient and hassle-free to stay in a hotel or any accommodation that provides free access to a beach and beach amenities. We stayed half of our trip in a Marriott hotel. Since the beach was exclusively for the guests, it never got too crowded. And I really enjoyed the convenience of never leaving the hotel to get to the beach. Not all hotels on the shore has accessible beaches. Some hotels do have a view of the ocean, but that doesn't mean you can jump into the water. I'll talk more about this in my next video when I dive into the best beaches of Curacao. Pun intended. And secondly, do you plan to cook? If you are staying in the northern part of Curacao, which has the best beaches, but not many stores around, you probably need to cook sometimes. But if you are staying in the middle to the southern part of the island, especially in Williamstead, which is the bustling capital of Curacao, you'll find many places to eat. The food in this area is not expensive, so having a kitchenette might not be necessary. Again, I'll talk more about the neighborhoods of Curacao in my next video. Number 3, flights. Curacao is becoming a very popular Caribbean destination, especially for New Yorkers. Good news is, now there is a direct flight from New York to Curacao by JetBlue. I highly recommend getting this direct JetBlue flight. It's not more expensive than other flights. It takes 4 hours to get to this Caribbean island. Number 4, getting around in Curacao. Should you rent a car in Curacao? The answer is most likely yes. Curacao has so many great beaches and people go to Curacao for beach hopping. So you definitely want to drive around to do beach hopping. I don't think there's an Uber in Curacao and you can just hail a cab on the street in Curacao. And renting a car is fairly cheap. Just book your car in advance and pick it up at the airport. Number 5, currency. The currency used in Curacao is Antillean Guilder, ANG. The full name is Netherlands Antillean Guilder and it's also written as NAF or just F. So they use one currency with slightly different names. In most places in Curacao, you can pay with US dollars. As far as the exchange rate goes, 1 guilder is equivalent to 56 cents. Note that the price you see on the menu includes the tax and service fees. Should you leave a tip? It is not expected as it is in the US. But it would be nice to leave some tip like 10%, especially if you like the service. Exchanging dollars to guilders is definitely unnecessary. But don't forget to bring some cash because some places, for example, a gas station, only takes cash. Last but not least, number 6, language. Curacao is a multiracial and multicultural country. Their official language is called Papiamento, which is Portuguese and Spanish-based Creole language. It's also an official language for Aruba, another Dutch Caribbean island. And of course, Dutch is their official language as well, and English and Spanish are widely used. So you won't have problems with communicating in English during your travel. So this is the essential information that you need to know before going to Curacao. As I said, in my next video, I'll break down the best beaches and neighborhoods of Curacao. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on a new video coming next week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.